Day, which ends at 6 p.m. today. To make your donation, you can go to bit.ly/FLX Betty's Dream. We're trying to raise $13,000 to build a teaching pavilion and garden on this property along Haverling Street that used to belong to Betty Langendorfer. Betty raised 8 children. Here's all of her children. And they were all influenced by her love of gardening. And Cornell Cooperative Extension of Steuben County benefited from her many years as a master gardener. We're partnering with the Village of Bath, who is creating a community space here that includes a parking lot and a dog park. Our FLXGives project will contribute to that community space by providing a 16 by 20 foot pavilion and permaculture garden for the community to enjoy and learn from. Let's listen to 4-H educator Ainsley Owens about how gardening affects our 4-H members.
We're very excited for this community opportunity, and we are hoping for many events here for gardening at the pavilion.
Great, and now we are pleased to have all of Betty's kids with us today. So let's hear from them.
Good morning, my name's Steve Langendorfer, and I'd like to make a special note. I've done a matching gift from right now 10 o'clock until noon, and would ask you to donate during that time. It will match up to $500 for any donations that are made during that time. We, as a family, played in this field for several decades doing all sorts of things. We had carnivals, we had wild games, we built forts, we picked berries. My brother Tom is going to tell you about the pole vault pit that he actually had out here at one time when he was in high school and doing pole vaulting. So there's a little rise here that goes down. We actually used to ride a great big wooden barrel down the hill. I think we put the little ones, maybe my sister Chris, in there and push her down the hill. I'm not sure. She survived, fortunately. But this has, as we just walked out in the field here, many of us haven't seen it in quite a while. It has lots and lots of memories. Our homestead is in the background here. The brown house is where we all grew up in 10 Allen Street. So we all are feeling very nostalgic this morning, and we're really looking forward to the donations have been coming in very strong since last night, and we hope they'll continue, because it would be absolutely terrific to be able to have the permaculture garden and especially the pavilion, so that the 4-H kids could work in it. And it's a place, we were afraid we would really need a pavilion this morning because of the weather. Fortunately, it's clearing out, but someplace here will have an educational pavilion that the master gardeners, as well as the 4-H students and other community members can have. We look forward to down the road being able to establish actually a community garden area for any of the residents of Bath, and the village is planning on doing a dog park as well, so there'll be some parking spots off of Haverling. So I'm going to turn my comments over to any of my siblings. Here's my sister Sue.
Talking to there. I am
into just that part there.
I'm Susan Langendorfer DeMay. And my first comment when we got here, it's been so many years, it's a lot smaller than it used to be. This used to be an enormous place. Our gardens were over there, vegetable gardens that we grew. There was a barn here with pens for our pet donkey. And my dad's coon dogs were in houses along here. And Dad built us an Adirondack lean-to over here that we had campouts in. I hope that we can build the pavilion and have places for the rest of the people in Bath to enjoy. And I love the idea of the dog park too. Chris?
So I guess, some of my memories, we had a lilac hedgerow that we made a fort separated the house from the field. And all of my friends, as we would have the grass grow really high, could play hide and seek out here because it was really easy to just lay in the ground and nobody could find you for quite some time. So some of my favorite memories, and we used to have a rusted out fire truck over in the corner where we would just play and drive and have such a great time. So one of my things is I really am looking forward to having the community be able to enjoy this space just as much as we did.
Joanne?
Joanne?
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
Joanne Hastrich. I'm sixth in line in this family. We have great memories of sharing this field with our whole neighborhood. Everybody in the neighborhood was able to play here, do things together, garden, have animals. Again, we spend many, many hours here, and everybody has fond memories of being able to play outdoors and really having a great recreational spot. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Langendorfer. The remembrances that I have is that we were all so excited when we were young, when Dad finally said that he had bought the field. We had already used it many times because it was just vacant out here and stuff. But that's when we really got to start digging holes. And as Steve had said, I had the pole vaulting pit. I was a pole vaulter. And right behind us is where Mom's big garden was and everything. So we really enjoyed it, and we hope people contribute to the whole project to make it a success.
Do you have to do anything?
Just talking.
I'm number 3 son, Pete. My fondest memory was of our Mexican burro. Dad had staked out up here on a long chain, and we used to aggravate it. I remember one day she ate my mitten, but she gave it back the next day. We used to aggravate her, and she'd come after us, and she'd hit the end of that dog leash and about strangle herself. But she was the best donkey you could ever imagine. I just hope for the future everything works out well where other people can enjoy it as much as we did. We had a lot of adventures out here. Thank you.
So I'm Carol Moses, Betty's daughter. I think everybody has pretty much shared a lot of our memories in the field. One of my favorites was back in the corner over there was blackberry bushes. So as soon as school got out in June, every morning we could get up and go out and pick a bowl of fresh blackberries and have them in our cereal. So that was a great memory for me. And, you know, just pretty much everything that everybody's talked about, the donkey. One year during the dairy festival, my father brought a cow home.
That's right.
And we had the cow out here, and the poor cow was milked continuously for about 24 hours because every kid in the neighborhood wanted to try and milk a cow. So that's it. And I'm looking forward to, I know we're doing really well with the donations. I hope that we meet and exceed the goal that we have. And I know that everybody's working really hard on it, so we appreciate that. Thank you.
One more.
Hi, I'm Charlie. When we were growing up, there were so many different things we played with out here. Like Steve said, rolling down the hill and the spool, and we would line up in a row and we would try to roll the spool over top of all of our friends without running them over. The Nash Metropolitan little car. The only thing I remember is getting stuck in the very back. All the bigger kids got to go in the front, and I got in the trunk. And then things like all the neighborhood kids would come out and we would play football out here. Dad had a huge garden, and I barely remember our little donkey we had, but she was always a hit for the parade, the Dairy Festival parade. And just all the different things. I remember my dad used to push mow with a single push mower and mow all this out here to keep the grass down. So he would go through a lot of different mowers. But anyways, the great memories. It's going to be a great project, and can't wait to see it.
Great.
So just to wrap up, thanks to all of my shy siblings who originally didn't want to talk, but all have stories about the field here. I would share one more. I think a number of us actually learned how to drive stick shift with that Nash Metropolitan and on the tractor that we used to have eventually to help mow this. So once again, I'd remind you about the match that's going on, up to matching up to $500 if you donate between now and noon, and we appreciate all of your donations so far and look forward to more. It goes until 6 o'clock tonight, and we thank the staff from Cornell Cooperative Extension for Steuben County for doing all this background work. They have really made this a great success. So thank you very much. And we remind everybody this is going to be kind of a village park in memory of our mom, Betty Langendorfer. So thank you very much. And thanks for everybody who showed and turned out for this Facebook Live event today.
Thank you, donors.